Kango Slim, Kango.
What's up, world? It's your boy Kango Slim.
And it's your boy Misdemeanor.
And together we make Partners in Crime. And right now you tune into My Hell of a Life
TV. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tune in.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Yo. And y'all here with My Hell of a Life TV. And tonight I'm joined with some special guests. I'm honored to have these two men in the building. It's Parnters-N-Crime. What's up, fellas?
All right,
how y'all feeling tonight?
Great, man. Great.
Yeah, I want to just dive right into it, man. I mean, for me, growing up in the city, always been aware of you guys' music. Y'all extremely popular down here. Just, I mean, tremendous notoriety. Like, how does that feel just knowing, okay, I come from a city so rich in music, and I'm appreciated by the culture and the people here in New Orleans?
Right. Well, it's a blessing within itself, man, because when we first started off, we didn't know what our destiny was going to take us. But to be considered as legendary, which is a title that our city has given us, we never ever actually walked around and said that we are legend, we this, you know. It's just something that the people just gave us, so it's a blessing within itself, and of course I feel honored, you know, to have that title.
I'm honored. That's the key thing, you know what I'm saying? Because like Kendall said, we didn't, you know, take that ownership on our own as we legends. You know what I'm saying? It's just more people like, you know, rated us that from the music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just honored. You know what I'm saying? And I'm humble at the same time because it don't have to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be.
Right. Well, with that being said, I mean, for y'all to be in the rap industry for this long, you know what I'm saying? That shows evidence to the love that y'all have for music. You're gonna continue to keep doing it. Can y'all speak a little bit on that? Just where that love first started for y'all, knowing like, hey, music is what's in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess it's always been a part of both of us because, of course, you know, coming up, we had the rap industry, you know, with the Dana Danes and Slick Ricks and you know, and the Public Enemies and things like that. But when the hip hop era first hit, we always was a part of that. But before that, even during, you know, high school and stuff, I played tenor drum in the band and he played cymbals in the band. So we always did have a love for music. But once we transitioned from, you know, just doing our thing in school and we started to get more into the hip hop thing, then of course, you know, we had a love for that, just watching the way that everybody was dressing, you know, the fly valley shoes, they was wearing Adidas, you know, the velour jogging suits, Christian Dior, these jogging suits and all that. So of course, you know, as kids growing up in the early 80s, we gravitated towards that because that was more of what was happening in the younger generation, you know. So yeah, I guess just our love for music just was something that came naturally. Like, you know, I can't say for us, but
to me, band, man. You know, it started with me with the band. You know what I'm saying? And prior to that, breakdancing. You know what I'm saying? Just being a fan of music before I even got directly into music. So just being a fan, I come from the era of breakdancing and things of that level. So that love and that art form, like, transisted over to me wanting to do it myself. I went to a Raising Hell concert in '85 and changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I saw Run DMC do my Adidas, and
they took the Adidas shoe off and told everybody to hold their Adidas up. And I never forget when when me and him first hooked up and we started rapping. He told me this story about him going to the Raising Hell concert, and he always had a dream to do the same thing. And then when the opportunity came, man, we made a song called I Got Gucci's around our mid-career or whatever. So one day we had a show right up the street at the Riverboat Hallelujah, and he took his shoe off, and I'm looking at him like,
that was your moment,
He took his shoe off and he said, everybody that got a Gucci, put your shoe up. I mean, the whole crowd was on Gucci shoes, and everybody took their shoe off and put it up, so that was a defining moment. I was like, you did it. He was like,
It's almost like you vision something and then you see it, you know what I'm saying, manifest. That's powerful by itself, you know what I'm saying? And just by having it in you, you know, and I had to carry that from the 80s until, you know, the 90s.
That's extremely dope. It was just have a moment of living out your dreams
right. That's basically what it was.
So actually see it happen, so that kind of make you believe anything is possible, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the love for music, you know, stemmed from that era right there to where we're at today.
Right. So speaking of where we're at today, I know recently, you said like the last 5 years or so, y'all been performing with a live band. Talk about the differences between the live band while y'all on stage and, you know, back when you might just have a DJ or so.
Right. It's a different energy that you have when you're playing with a live band, and it's also more appealing to your fan base, you know, because of course when you're not gigging with a band, you have a USB port and you're just running number one, number two, you know, those type things, and the crowd is basically focused on you. But when you're performing with a live band, the energy is a little bit different because they're not just focusing on you, they're focusing on your drummer, focusing on your guitars, they're focusing on your pianist. You know what I mean? So you're able to deliver more of a live show for your fan base. Now, of course, we started off without a band, which is good, and we still had a lot of loyal followers that love our show, like, you know. But when we did make the transition to doing a live band, it kind of catapulted us to a different realm, because in the festival world, and when you're dealing with, you know, festivals all over the world and stuff, of course, you know, some big acts get booked, you know, as just a single act with no band, but most of the festivals, they want a band, especially if they're booking nothing but bands and you don't have one, like, you know. So we had to adapt to that lifestyle. But when we first did the band thing was in New York.
Oh yeah, for Trombone Shorty, the Bam Festival in Brooklyn. Trombone Shorty put us on the show. We was on a show with Manny Fresh,
Irma Thomas, Dr. John, Kermit Ruffin,
Trombone Shorty, his band, Rebirth, and just he was giving New York like a New Orleans feel, like the culture of New Orleans. So they had a little bit of our bounce music in it. They had Manny with the, you know, what he do, kind of like doing the DJ thing, added into it, the live thing. And when we saw that vision and saw those people, it was a sellout show the whole weekend. Two-day event, it was a sellout show. And we was like, man, when we get home, that's what we doing. Because of what it felt like. You know, it bring you back to your essence of, like I said, we come from the band. So just to add the band, you know, it's like another part of you. Like this is what we come from anyway. Campbell come up in the church, so he, you know, playing and set drums, so it was already a part of, you know, us, like, to that degree. You know?
And the name of that show is actually called Red Hot NOLA, and that was the title of the show. And when we came back home, I actually started a company called Red Hot NOLA. So actually, when I do, you know, production or I'm throwing the show like I do at the Joy or whatever, when you see the Red Hot NOLA, that's actually my production company. And all of that stems from that show. Like, that show was like a life-changing show for us, because when we got back home, we knew that we had to do something else to, you know, further our career. Of course, we always knew that, we always looked to the future, and that's something that he always told me, even when we was, you know, when we first started out. He's like, yeah, we're doing this today, but we got to look more to the future and build things now, so that when that time is right for us in the future, we'll already have our feet planted. So we started doing the band thing, you know, 5 years ago, because we knew that we wanted to get to this point in our career. We knew that we were going to get to a point in our career where we had to switch it up, and it worked perfect.
It just felt like
we planted our feet then, and here it is, like Parnters-N-Crime, the Big Easy Band, and thing. You know,
so Kango, you know, he does great with the band. Like, you know, he more hand-on with the band. Me myself, I was more hands-on just with artists. I was into developing artists. I always liked that part of it, like, for it's like, you know, just bringing the best out of somebody that's in them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes I feel like it's a gift that I can see a talent in you, and sometimes you don't see it in yourself. You know, see it in yourself, and for to bring it out, it's like, it's something beautiful. So it was something that I was passionate about, and it's something that I still do today. My wife be getting mad at me sometimes. Man, you put a lot of energy into these different people, you know, give it back. And I'm like, it's gratifying for me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, I get something out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether they see it as valuable or not, in my heart, I know where it came from and how genuine it was.
So when you see like the Fifth Wall Weavies, the J. Joneses, the Young'n, you know, may he rest in peace. You know, these are all artists that he saw, you know what I mean, the light in. You know, I'll never forget the time he came to me and told me about Fifth Wall Weavy. He was like, man, this little cat is on to something. At the time, Weavy had a little tape that they had going around the street with the, if you just smell like onions, and it was just to a regular little Trigger Man beat.
And he had so much he put so much into one song, you know what I'm saying? It was just more like, look, bro, you break that up. That's 10 songs. You gave people 10 songs in one song. So I saw that he was talented, but I saw that he needed a little guidance, like a little direction in him to kind of like broaden him out. And once he got it, you know, we got Fit Boy Weavy to the day. And it's the same thing with the BTY Young'n and the J. Jones, you know what I'm saying? It's like caught those guys young, saw something in them, brought the best out of them, and now they you know, they know it, they knew it, they knew they had it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you don't mind speaking on BTY Young'n, can you just, for people who never got a chance to get around it, just explain like what he was like in the studio?
Man, it was funny. He was funny, man. He was a kid at heart. Right. Regardless to whatever people may say he was into in the streets, you know, that was just survival tactics for the young man. You know what I'm saying? Because we are in a jungle, and like sometimes when you get put in the environment, you have to adapt to that environment.
They draw you to certain things. You know, it's not like you going out here doing these things, but of course, we all know how it is, especially here in New Orleans, when people say, man, they trying to bring me in that water. You know what I'm saying? It always goes on here in the city, and initially, I guess, you know, somebody tried to bring him in the water and he tried to get away from him, but some things you just can't. You know what I mean? You gotta fight for yourself. You can't just allow people to continuously, you know, do things to you. So, you know, like I said, like you said,
he was a kid at heart, man. Played alive, you know, all around. But he
wanted better. He wanted better. He wanted better for him, his family, the whole nine. That's all he ever stressed to us, that he just wanted better. Even after, you know, he went to jail and he came home, he always knew that that wasn't his life. He was brought to that life because he had to, you know what I mean, do things. He had to survive, like, you know. But all around, man, good kid, man. God bless him, bro. And, you know, he's truly missed.
Definitely. And was super talented. Super talented, bro. You know, when we first met Young, he was just spitting balls. You know, we kind of like worked with him and was like, you know, help him make songs or give him, you know, like, come on, that's a concept. Make, you know, like build around that and just make, you know, 3 verses to that. That's the hook right there. You know what I'm saying? And then once he got to understand that, you know, it was songs. You know, that's all he wanted to do.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, because we run into a lot of artists. And a lot of times, you know, I'm basically working on a lot of like Parnters-N-Crime, like music, when we in the studio and stuff. And he always, you know, like he said, he always, you know, finds these artists and he tries his best to work with them. But as a brother, I always look at him and I try my best to watch his back, because I know how people are. Because some people, you know, he'll put his all into an artist, next thing you know, they'll up and jump to, you know, something else once he developed them and get them to a certain position. But what was different about Young'n was, Young'n stayed loyal, he was respectful. He came to us when he came home from jail, because at first he was just signed, he was just our artist over at his. But then when he came home, he wanted to try his own thing. And he came to Mike and he told him, like, I really want to start my own label, I don't want to be under anybody. So Mike, you know, helped him with his paperwork, got all of his stuff straight. But one thing about it, bro, he didn't turn his back and he stayed true to us. Because no matter what he did in business, he still was at the studio saying, you gotta tell me how to do this, I don't know. You know, he stayed loyal to that. And even when people threw money at him and told him, say, bro, stop messing with him, he still came back to the studio and he told us, man, he don't want me messing with y'all, but him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna stay loyal to my people. So, man, he was well respected, bro, all around, good dude, bro. And like I said, bro, we must have told you.
When y'all brought up Fit Boy Weavy and, you know, Grammy sometimes, like, I seen Fit Boy Weavy out there, you know, doing this thing.
Levert?
Can y'all just talk a little bit about the recognition that the Bronx culture is getting right now? I mean, I don't know if y'all got a chance to see that Doritos commercial.
Yeah, I did see it.
Like, what y'all feel about that? You feel like it's being exploited, or?
Of course it's being exploited and it's being put out there. And it's a good feeling, because this is something that we fought for years, bro. Before,
they said it wasn't a sound.
Yeah, when they said it wasn't a sound. And this was like early, like 94, 95, you know? We was trying to push the issue and we was fighting for it. But I guess it wasn't the time that nobody wanted to get on it. But in 95, TLC did an award show.
They did Waterfalls.
When they dropped Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
With a bounce beat.
They did an award show with the bounce beat. So at that time, we was like, wow. We knew that it was able to go worldwide. But through us pushing through those years, but to actually see more and more people gravitating toward it, it is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? But it's sort of like a gift and a curse, because now they take your sound, they run with it, but your city gets no recognition.
All the artists who created the sound don't get no recognition for it.
Yeah, you know, and it's cool. It's cool.
And you get bigger support from a major artist, like people fall in love with a major artist doing what they know you've done already. Kango's been doing melody, you know what I'm saying? So for drinking them to sing over bounce vibes or whatever, that's been done, like, you know what I'm saying? And some people be acting like it's new, but I just say it all come in time. So, you know, I always tell my partner, like, you know, if you're ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So, you know, if push come to shove and it's needed, those things can be delivered. You know what I'm saying? We're just waiting for the world to be ready, because we've been ready. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people ask the question like, how can these people take our sound and blow up with it? And how come we can't do it here in New Orleans? That's because we are in that barrel. We don't have no togetherness. Everybody's spread out. Everybody's for himself. I did this. I created this bounce sound. I did this. I did that. I'm the bounce king. You know what I mean? We don't go off of that. We don't care about none of that. But if we all came together as a whole, bro, I'm pretty sure we'll see ourselves getting out of this crutch that we in. You know, and we could be doing the same
think also,
doing.
I think a key thing is that if artists handle their business better, then nobody can take our sound. See, the reason why they taking people's sound, like you hear the city girls going chopping them, something was wrong with business somewhere. Because they can't just take your thing. That's a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? That's your voice. That's you know, like the same guy took another song from him on Yo Got It. That chopper style on it. So I'm like, that's your voice. How can they use your voice?
And you not get paid.
And you not get paid from it. They don't have a right to do that.
Obviously, it's
I mean, if he didn't get paid, or they, you know, whatever may be the case, you know, when I talked to Chop, I saw that he had, like, you know, he was like a little mad about it. Like, hold up, but they just running with my stuff. I'm like, well, if the business was right on it, then they wouldn't have the power to do that. So I just think as a whole, we gotta make sure our business is intact, and then nobody can take our sound from New Orleans, because then they would have to still deal with us, and we would still get paid. Yeah, break, move, run with it, do whatever we gonna do. You know, which that was a good business, because I know he know his business. You know what I'm saying? Black and Mild, I know they know what they need to be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, those brothers that did that song with Drake, I know that they're gonna reap a benefit off it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know these brothers know, you know, their business. But that's for any and every other artist. If you want to make sure stuff stay here and stay, you know, like our culture, handle your business.
But if you benefit, if you want to benefit from it, just make sure that your business is together. And us coming together as a whole, we can eliminate some of these things that
because we can make the same way they made trap music, you know, the way bouncers, we got enough bounce artists, enough artists that do bounce the way we do it, that we can dominate that game. Oh, y'all like that? We got tons of that. Like, you know, somebody as a whole, not just pointing the bounce.
Who's gonna push as a unit?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's every man for himself. Right now, I could get every DJ, if I got every DJ in the city in one room, right, with the top 10 artists that are really doing good here in the city. If I got all of them in one room, and we all agreed to say, okay, let's listen to these 10 albums we have, 10 songs we have, right? We listen to these 10 and we pick one. We pick one. And all of us say, we are gonna push this artist and get him out of here. You know what I mean? I believe we would have something. If we form that type of coalition, to where it's not like me, or me. Everybody wait their time, and it's us, and we work to push these artists and get them out of here, one at a time. We're all gonna reap the benefits from it. Because once that artist pop, and he becomes that $1 million selling artist, or whatever he becomes, that platinum or gold artist, of course, the coalition is we push that. So they're gonna want more of that. So we continue to keep running them through that pipeline, but it takes it together.
And we show we have power. You know, then we show like we make this sound what it is, like meaning because we support it. Like, you know, like people always ask me, like, you know, the crab and the barrel thing. New Orleans built us, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we had support here, like people, you know, rock with the music, like from all different wards, areas, like they was like with it. Like, so at the end of the day, you know, we got to get back to that. Like somewhere we lost that connection, like, you know what I'm saying? And we started downplaying our own people and uplifting everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
If they had that one artist they wanted to get behind as DJs, everybody here in the city, I'm willing to say I dedicate my Instagram account, Facebook account to that artist for this whole year to make sure he gets out of here. You know what I mean? I would do that. You know what I mean?